dangerous, call me the revolution. Teach the class, no substitution. Greatest of all time, no disputing. Mercy's over, it's time for retribution. Showers, who got the power? Cue up the bass drum, turn it up louder. I hit the sweet spot, you hit the sour. That time is over, welcome to ours. This is not a game, no time to play. Watch out, move out the way. I'm your king, you must obey all challengers. You got to pay, I'm too fast, too fly, too funny, too gas, too high, yeah, we on it. We go wherever the crew on. I'm ready, so tell me who won it.
Peggy 16.
Turn the tables. Take the reins. Command the forces of evil.
We are given few chances in a lifetime. To be bold. To have the courage and rise in the face of danger. To find unity among others. My chance will not be wasted.
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night. In my dream, the Hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. But also, many people wanted to welcome the Hiss in. Funny. And that's all I can remember of that dream. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary...
Whipping a lot of the bounce there. All right, that's guaranteed. That's all guaranteed. He is 100% going to die if he uses the meter. Yep, he's going to use the meter. He's going to extend the combo. Guaranteed. Where's the close hit?
Right before we have Hoodless versus Memphis Legends.
Oh, man.
4 winners finals. Again, we're seeing it. Quick launch.
Okay.
There's
the damage. 25%. Nice. Gets the 4 grab. There it is again. He knows what he has to do. He still didn't hit a button. Hoodless is not hitting buttons, man. All right, that's safe. Ah, it's not looking good. If he gets the up kick confirmed, he might die. Nope, one more hit. And that's it. That's
nice
safe.
challenge.
All right, there it is. Gets the frame advantage. Goes under, and he's dead.
He had the right idea too. He just didn't finish the sidestep attack.
That was crazy. Okay, that is unsafe. No punish by Zackrai. That's unsafe. No punish again.
Oh, and that.
No, that's not going to do it. One more hit, and that is it.
Put a high crush on the screen, and the jab still beat him out.
And just like that, we just saw the prayer of a lifetime by Zackrai. He's feeling himself right now. One more hit on the board to win. Wow, and he respects it. One more throw. This could be it for Hoodless if he doesn't get out of there. He's got to get out of the face. Wow, what is going
Kali
on?
was late on the throw, but that's...
Is that it? Is that
nope,
it?
No.
No,
yeah,
that's
it.
And just like that, Counterblaze wins CEO 2019. He's going to Japan, $4,000 in his pocket. Woo, he's amped up right now. Wow.
Congratulations to Excalibur Blades.
Only minutes ago, an unidentified rocket took off at the Creo launch site just outside Jericho City.
Jericho City is under attack. The nanites have entered a new stage of evolution.
Welcome to Siberia, 47. One of the harshest climates on the planet. Your destination is the privately owned Perm 14 prison facility. You're tasked with the elimination of Vitaly Reznikov, warden at the prison. And Roman Kabko, renowned Ukrainian mobster with suspected political ties, has been a prisoner at Perm 14 for the past decade. A string of recent news articles has exposed violence and even murder as everyday occurrences in Perm 14. Both targets must be eliminated. Good luck, 47.
with Kano.
The job needed fast hands.
And they defiled Matokan lands.
Fight! Fatality. Nightwolf wins.
Welcome to Kingsley College, where the vegetation is lush, the facilities are modern, and the elevators are occupied. This is Expeditions, a new mode in the Division 2 that's available now and free for all players as part of the Episode 1 update. Hop on a chopper at the base of operations, stash that signature weapon in the overhead bin, and you're off to live the undergrad dream with some quality library time. You're here in search of a missing military convoy. From the caution tape and broken mirrors look of things, the outcasts are to blame. And an echo reveals that they have numerous nefarious schemes afoot. You'll have to investigate each one to find out what your foes are up to and how to stop them. Your first stop is the library, a sizable building with lots of stairways and signage to help you get around and to get the drop on your foes. There are flanking routes and firing angles aplenty in the major combat areas, giving you some tactical flexibility as you take on the varied objectives and the very cranky Hammer Bros. Once you've dismantled all three of the Outcasts' operations, take a moment before returning to the Echo one last time and completing the mission to find the Loot Room. This treasure trove moves around and is restocked daily, giving you even more reasons to visit your local library on the regular. As you explore the other areas of the campus, you'll encounter some locations that are listed as offline. This is because Expeditions mode unlocks gradually over the course of 3 weeks, opening a new area each week, and challenging you to investigate and clear them all. Complete all 3 areas, and not only will you get some serious loot, you'll also get the location of a new exotic weapon, the Diamondback Rifle. You know, the one with the snake on it. Next week, a new area will open up, bringing new challenges, new rewards, and new revelations about the fate of the Lost Convoy. Expeditions mode is part of Episode 1, which also brings 2 new main missions that continue the story, as well as new weapons, new exotics, and new classified assignments. It's the first of 3 free episodes coming to the Division 2 in its first year. For 1 week early access to new episodes, as well as exclusive access to classified assignments, pick up the Year 1 pass from the in-game store. And for more on the Division 2, subscribe to this channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
her god, Kia was a master of fire magic and established the cult of flame. His rule was just, but some were jealous of the cult's mighty powers. War broke out, and a terrible inferno raged across Alien. Kia's followers scattered, the god vanished, and a new age dawned on Alien. But we, the cult of flame, never lost faith that he might one day return.
Faith shall be rewarded. Has brought you to me. Too long have I waited in exile. My child, it is time to wake up. Ladies and gentlemen, this story is far from over.
Finally, Savior and Destroyer. It's been a long time.
My lord, forgive me for the delay.
I have to say, I'm feeling disappointed.
How do I get back?
Oh, that's very funny. There is no back. You're evil, and this is hell. It's where you belong, Desmond. Besides, I don't let the damned out of hell. It just looks bad. Desmond is extraordinary. He is valuable to all of us. He must stay alive.
You cannot change what has already happened.
Let me choose for myself.
You have to make a choice. Savior or destroyer. One or the other.
Are you looking to do a little deal with the devil?
次はてめえの番だ。覚悟しとけよ、白髪野郎。
けっ、一丁前に吠えてんじゃねえよ、クソガキが。
忍びとして生きると決めた以上、覚悟していたのです。さあ、次へと参りましょう。正義の忍びとしてここで負けるわけにはいかないのです。
抜きことの直子の上に積もれとし、限りある身の力試さん。対戦車戦用意、戦闘開始。我は雷神、絶対不敗なり。
どこの世界にいても戦いは避けられないのですね。あなたの力お借りします。
ブレイブルークロスタックルバトル。
My squad leader said Darzaron Bay would be my last mission. Easy in, easy out. And afterwards, my Iron Bear class mech would be all mine. Routine gig, he said. Routine gig my ass. It was a death trap. We never stood a chance. The rest of my squad was wiped out. But Iron Bear kept me alive.
Now he's all I've got. We look out for each other. His equipment comes in handy, even off the battlefield. Parts aren't cheap, but I keep him tuned and ready to fight. Not having a squad, it takes some getting used to. At least Iron Bear's sentry mode lets me catch up on sleep. He might be 15 tons of walking tritanium, but Iron Bear, he's my best friend. And when your BFF's a BFG, you don't need anyone else watching your back.
夜は深みを増し、真なる姿にさらけ出す。落ちなエバージョン。
リッターシルトの名にかけて敗北は許されないのでね。無駄な争いを避けたいのだが、降りかかる火の粉は払わせてもらう。全身氷をこれで終わり。最大の王、受けてみるといい。呼吸とすテイルダウンフォー これで分かっただろ。
アンダーナイトインバースエクセレイトクレア。うつろの夜の物語は綴られてゆく。
Access to the open beta.
PlayStation.
A mighty warrior! 発でお前は確実に消滅する。カメハメ。
Season X is here, and the world is destabilizing fast. But don't worry, that means there are a ton of new ways to play Fortnite. From the Brute, a new 2-player vehicle that packs some serious firepower, to mysterious rift zones that alter your favorite POIs in unexpected ways. Huh, that's weird. Season X delivers new experiences for all players to enjoy. There are new places to explore, new secrets to uncover, and the world you play today may not be the world you play tomorrow. In addition to all new gameplay found in Season X, there's also a brand new Battle Pass that'll introduce new dimensions to some of your favorite Fortnite characters in ways you've never seen before. And at Tier 100, you'll unlock Ultima Night. Plus, don't forget, there are new emotes, gliders, wraps, and more to earn as you advance through the pass. The Battle Pass is available right now for just 950 V-Bucks. We'll see you in-game.
PlayStation
Here's what's coming in the next For Honor title update. A new hero emerges to help reclaim Valkenheim. Hulda the Jormungandr, the legendary leader of the Northerners, who fought the bloodiest battles in Viking history. The Jormungandr are fearsome warriors who excel at whittling the opponent's stamina. Wielding the mighty Warhammer, they call the weak with their unbalancing attacks. Star Stronghold is a brand new breach map. A Viking fortress raised from the ashes of an old Trelleborg fort on the shoreline. A massive stone structure with broad turrets and high walls that hug the ocean shoreline, making any assault a brutal affair for attackers. We've made several key balancing updates to 12 fighters and tweaked fight systems to improve hero mix-ups and offense. Additionally, Year 3 Season 3 brings with it a competitive variation of the arena map, Sanctuary. These are just a few of the changes coming to For Honor. For more details, check out the full patch notes on the For Honor website.
Looks promising. The pride of the U.S. military. Blackhawks raise their ugly heads.
Looking to beat the heat this summer? Well, look no further. Cool down with Warframe's Dog Days. Coming this weekend, you can soak those scummy Grenier all in the name of fun. Harmless, childish fun. Just fill, seek, and soak 'em. Soak you. Soak off. Oh, soak that guy.
You're all washed up, Teto!
Yeah, why don't you go soak yourself? Hop in and earn the Redeemer Abiso skin, Hydroid's relay scene, the Hydroid reprise novel, and the Stratus emblem. Well, what are you waiting for? Dog Days from Warframe.
Some assembly required, battery power included, side effects include double credit booster and double entry scoring for the real space into sweepstakes.
Hello, my name is Brian Hines. I'm a senior designer at Obsidian Entertainment. Today we're going to show you a glimpse into the outer worlds, showing you the same thing we showed behind closed doors at E3. Hope you enjoy it. So we're starting off here in the town of Fallbrook. This is on the world of Monarch. Now, Fallbrook is kind of a haven for illicit activity here in the colony. It's definitely not a place that's has a lot of law and order going on. The town of Fallbrook is run by a company called Sublight Salvage and Shipping. This is a totally legitimate business, not at all a front for organized crime, so no need to worry about that as you're playing through the game. And the town of Fallbrook is run by a woman named Catherine Malin. You can see she has Malin's House of Hospitality, though hospitality, of course, is not guaranteed. The build you're looking at is a work-in-progress development build, so this is close to what the dev team is currently working on at Obsidian. We're here in the town of Fallbrook trying to raise money for some quests we're on, and we're going to talk to Catherine and see if she had any jobs available for us.
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sulfur, so long as you don't mind being in her debt.
Come for vice or virtue? Because we only sell one here. I do have a delicate matter what needs attending, since you asked. But how am I to know whether you're reliable, if not fully trustworthy?
So one of the things at Obsidian that we really care about is player choice and reactivity, and basically giving you the tools as a player to play the game the way you want to. In this case, we built our character where we need to get Catherine to work with us. We don't have enough skill to intimidate her, but we're a charming bastard, so we can use that to get her on our side.
Against my better judgment, I do believe you. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King, Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that. Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid fucker who's gonna get it for me. If you got brass knockers, you can shoot your way through the front gate. If you don't fancy getting shot to shit, you can try asking Duncan for a disguise. Might be another way in, assuming you're courageous enough to trek the sewers. Void if I know. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut or his production lines ought to make do. Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end. It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure.
Okay, so Catherine's given us the basics of what we need to do. There's another business here on Monarch that's making a profit, and she's not getting her cut, and obviously that can't stand. So she needs us to go to the Borst factory and deal with the owner. And she's given us a new side quest.
Now there's a woman who knows what she wants. I like her.
And we're going to go ahead and make that side quest the active quest now so we can track our progress. And we like to use puns on some famous sci-fi titles. So this is the Slaughterhouse Clive quest we're on now. Now, in order to reach the Borst factory, we're going to have to travel through the Monarch Overlands, which is not a safe location by any means. But luckily, we have a few of our companions with us. What we have here is Nyoka and Ellie, two of the possible companions you can recruit over the course of the game. Nyoka is kind of a big game hunter. She's a native of Monarch, and Ellie is a former surgeon turned pirate. So she's more looking for adventure these days and decided to join your crew. And we're going to show you a few of the weapons we have on this character and some of their capabilities. And at Obsidian, when we're looking at player choice, we're not just talking about what dialogue options you pick or what quests you take or how you resolve them. It's really about how you as a player customize your toolkit through skills and perks and equipment in order to play the game the way you want to play. And in this case, we've focused this character on building up our technology skills, things like engineering and science, which allow us to modify these weapons to do increased damage, greater range, and different damage types entirely. And through our science skill, we've tinkered with the level of the weapons, allowing them to be more powerful and more deadly over the course of the game. So here we've left the town of Fallbrook, and now we're on the Monarch Wilderness, the Overlands. And give you a bit of background about Monarch itself. This was actually the first planet terraformed in the Halcyon colony. It's a moon that orbits one of the main gas giants in the colony, which you can see in the sky there. Now, the original plan was that the terraforming process would wipe out the native plants and animals and replace them with Earth species. That didn't quite work out the way they planned. Instead, the native species grew much bigger, much tougher, and a lot more vicious. And this caused the corporate board, which runs the Halcyon colony, to decide to abandon the planet and all the colonists who left behind. Except for one corporation, the Monarch Stellars Industries, who stayed behind and claimed the planet as their own. Now, we come across a bandit blockade here on the road, and we're showing you one of the features of the game. This is our tactical time dilation system. This basically, your character is suffering from hibernation sickness because you've been traveling from Earth to this colony for about 70 years. And it allows you basically to slow down time, your perception of time. It's brain damage, but it's a positive effect of brain damage. And what we just showed you was actually one of our companion abilities. Nyoka has her machine gun attack that basically can do a lot of damage against an enemy. For this character, we focused on our leadership skills. And the leadership skills are ones that actually make your companions stronger and more durable in combat. And because we focused on those abilities, we were able to unlock that companion attack that we just demonstrated for you. Now, here is one of the native species of Monarch that I was talking about. These are the Mantisaurs. That's actually a Manta Queen we're showing you there. These are, again, before the terraforming process, they were a small insect-like race. Now they're huge, bigger than humans, incredibly territorial and aggressive, and very tough. So we're going to avoid them and try not to get them to attack. We probably wouldn't survive the encounter. And it looks like we're coming up on another blockade here, and looks like, yep, there's a few more marauders there doing a blockade in the street. Now, for this character, because we've invested points into our weapon skills, beyond just making our weapons more effective, we've also unlocked the ability to do location-based hits and effects, like being able to aim at an arm and maim somebody, or shoot them in the head and blind them if it doesn't kill them outright. And this allows us to start combat off by weakening our enemies if we're not killing them directly, and allows us to do different effects based on the type of enemy. Like we can cripple an enemy who might be a melee attacker, making them slower to run towards you and attack. So here, because we've been focusing on improving our companions through our leadership skills and raising up our weapon abilities, we've really been able to increase the power of our character and our party, and we've been able to deal with this encounter quite handily. So we're coming up on the Borst factory here. This is where Catherine has sent us to deal with the problem she's having. And we're going to do a little bit of an overlook to show the situation. This is the front gate. You can see it's fairly well guarded. This is definitely going to be a challenge for us if we want to go in and just fight directly. If we've been focusing primarily on combat skills, that would definitely be an option for us. But when we were talking with Catherine, she did mention the possibility of a back entrance. So we're going to go take a look and see if we can find that. And we're going to kind of avoid those canids. They're another native species that are fairly aggressive, and we want to avoid combat with them if possible. And every gamer knows the best things are hidden behind waterfalls, so we'll go looking for that. And what we've got here, this is the sewer entrance that Catherine mentioned. Unfortunately, with that red glow indicates it's locked, and we're not going to be able to lockpick our way to go into the sewer entrance because I haven't been focusing on that skill for this character. So we're going to have to go through the front gate. Now again, we could go in guns blazing, but we have other tools at our disposal. On a previous quest, we gained a new item, a piece of prototype technology called the Holographic Shroud. This allows us to generate a holographic disguise around ourselves and our companions, and allows us to enter restricted areas and appear to be one of the people who work in that area. So allows us to, rather than being attacked outright, be challenged and talk our way out of the situation.
Ah, you must be a part of the new line shift. Don't tell me you lost your key card already. A lost card's worth 2 infractions, you know. You know, I think I did hear something about that. Alright, okay.
So here we're able to talk our way past the guard. It allows us to bypass a very difficult combat encounter just using our conversation skills. And the holographic disguise is generated around ourselves and our party. You can see that meter at the bottom of the screen. That's the integrity of the disguise. As you're moving, the hologram starts to degrade. But you can see it's covering us, and our companions as well are now disguised and look like they are part of the facility. So we just have to plan our route carefully and make sure we can reach our destination before the disguise degrades entirely. Okay, and we've managed to enter the Borst factory successfully here. And as you can see, up ahead there's another restricted area. That hologram on the door is kind of our visual cue that our disguise is going to activate automatically. And you just saw it activate there. So because we've entered a new restricted area, the disguise has managed to recover, which allows us to sneak our way past this mechanical here. And we're able to make our way into the factory without getting into combat, thanks to our holographic shroud. Now, one of the things that we at Obsidian think makes the Outer Worlds a very special game is the dark humor and tone that Tim Kaine and Leonard Boyarsky really bring to their projects. And what you're seeing here is one of the prime examples of that. These are the Cysty Pigs. So these are animals that have been engineered to produce delicious Borst-flavored tumors, bacon-flavored tumors that, when they grow ripe and juicy, fall off the pigs and can be collected and processed for various Borst products, including Borst Pockets, Borst and Beans, and Borstwurst. And you haven't tried the worst until you've tried Borstwurst. Now that we have our disguise on, we want to try and make our way through here without getting found by any enemies. Our disguise has degraded, so we want to see if we can make our way through, but looks like, yep, we got caught by this mechanical here.
Error. Employee information not found. Identify yourself.
And it's not often you can intimidate a robot, so we're going to go ahead and pick that option.
Error. This unit is not experiencing errors. Error. This unit is functioning correctly. There is no need for the intervention of mechanical engineers. Thank you for your cooperation.
So even in this world, mechanicals don't like going to the doctor. So we were able to bluff our way past that robot sentry, and now we're able to make our way, continue through the Borst factory. Now, we could keep going and rely on our disguise to get us through, but we're going to see what other options we can find in this area and do a little bit of exploring. Here we found the control room for the canning facility. This is where those delicious bacon-flavored tumors are processed into the various products you can find throughout the colony. So here it gives us a nice overlook. We can see that there's several guards, some more robot sentries, and some workers down below. Again, we could go in guns blazing, but that would be quite a challenge to achieve. And if we'd been focusing on our conversation skills, we could maybe talk our way through this, but we've been focusing more on our hacking ability, so we're going to use this terminal, which are always great options for new hacking potential, and see what happens here. So we activated that pink slip protocol, which has reprogrammed the mechanical sentries to now see all the guards and workers as enemies instead of friends. So they're now going to start attacking the guards and workers of the Borst factory, which is a bad day at the office for them, but a great opportunity for us.
Records indicate you have already been identified as non-standard personnel. State your purpose.
So we've been seen by this mechanical, and again with our disguise we could try and talk our way through, but you know what? We've been focusing on some of our weapon skills. Let's just go ahead and attack outright and see what happens.
Alert, intruder on the premises. Instituting correctional behavior protocols.
So that's caused our disguise to end, and the weapon we're using is a heavy machine gun that's actually been modified using our engineering skill. It now does shock damage rather than the standard weapon damage type of this weapon, and shock damage is very effective against mechanicals, so that's a great choice to use here. So this is something we weren't expecting. We've actually been able to be offered a flaw. This is a system we've talked about in the past where, based on the actions that you take during the game, you may be offered flaws that you can accept that give your character a penalty, but in result, you get the option of purchasing a new perk, which can give you a way to advance your character outside of the normal level up process. But here, we made our way through the factory, and we're going to be talking to Clive Lundberg. This is the guy that Catherine sent us to deal with, the one who's not giving her cut of the profits. So let's talk to Clive and see what he has to say.
Whoa now. And just what do you figure you're doing up here? These are my private quarters, friend. I don't allow tours up here. I don't allow tours ever on deeper consideration. Certain things require a mess to do well. See, I was just killing sometime. I prefer to prepare my dinner by my own hand. Nothing like fresh and bloody Borstwurst.
Clive seems totally sane to me. I don't know why Catherine has a problem with him.
I do own a factory known for specializing in the canning of Borstwurst. On occasion, I like to imbibe other parts of the cysty pig. Did you fancy me a cannibal? Perish the thought. No, I don't eat the bodies, I disappear. A joke, that last was. So, what can I do for you? My full attention is at your disposal.
I'm not saying you shouldn't vex this guy, but if you do, it's been nice knowing you.
While I approve of your associate's cautious nature, I still teeter on the verge of losing my patience. Let us move forward with the present proceedings.
So at this point, we could choose to honor our deal with Catherine and just attack Clive outright, but even this far into the quest, we're not locked into any one approach. We can still talk to him and see what options he has.
That greedy, star-crossed sow. Listen, friend. The Borst King of Monarch does not negotiate with coveters. How about you bring me Catherine's severed head, and I will gift you a lifetime supply of Borst.
Now this is a pretty great deal. I mean, Catherine's offering us money, which is always useful, but this is a lifetime supply of delicious bacon-flavored tumors. How could you possibly pass that up? Now, at this point, we're going to end our presentation. When the game releases in October of this year, you can make a choice of how you want this quest to play out, and you can see the consequences of your actions and how those choices are driving the story forward.
This is Halcyon, the furthest colony in the galaxy, proudly owned and operated by corporations. But a stranger has just arrived. Someone who could be a villain, a hero, or a psychopath. The colony will never be the same.
Oh, I'm just so itching to use these. Hello! Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of PlayStation Underground. You got Tim and Kristen here.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm joined by Brian Hines, senior designer of The Outer Worlds, and Matt Singh, producer of The Outer Worlds from Obsidian here, and we're going to be checking out a new mission into the game. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
This is a beautiful view to walk into. Edgewater.
Under the beautiful stars in the night sky. So we're still in the first hour of the game. Can you guys give us a little bit of insight into, what Edgewater's all about and where we are at in the game?
Yeah, definitely. So Edgewater is it's the first town you come to in the game. It's in an area of the main planet in the Halcyon colony, which is where this game is set. It's a region called Emerald Vale, and Edgewater is like a corporate town run by the Spacer's Choice company, which as you're walking around, you're seeing a ton of the Spacer's Choice branding.
Yeah.
And people you're going to talk to are going to mention Spacer's Choice
Part
and
of the
corporate
Spacer's
logos.
Choice family, of course.
Exactly. So basically, this is a town that's kind of fallen a bit of hard times, and you're here. Basically, when you reach this point, you were recently brought out of hibernation by a rogue scientist, someone who's wanted by the corporate board which runs the colony, and he's asking you for help to revive your fellow colonists who are on the Hope colony ship, and he basically sent you to meet a smuggler who you landed on top of rather than helping out.
Yeah, squash.
Mistakes were made.
That's
yes,
right.
Yeah.
And now we're after a power regulator, specifically
Yes.
trying to bring a ship back online.
Right.
Which is exciting. And then for some insight into, I got a chance to build my character here, Mina. She is sort of a charming idiot who is very good at stealth, and went heavy in the sort of charisma so that we can get some. I love having different dialogue options available. So.
Yes.
Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix the...
Seems we've got a guest.
Hello.
Oh.
Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I'm sorry.
Oh, so polite.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, one huge thing about The Outer Worlds that I'm excited about is just the branching dialogue and all the different options here. And so I've been playing it when I have dumb options, I usually go for it. But first of all, I'll find out what Reed's all about here.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Yeah. I don't know, man. What do you mean?
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The,
Company-approved
honorable
colors.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
We got branding to worry about. Yeah, I just want the power regulator, bud.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't
Hope you don't mind if I take that.
Yeah.
I
like
beg
her
your
look.
pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying
He seems so
yourself in the
trustworthy. I'm into it.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. The suit really screams
What a man in a bowler hat lie to you, Tim.
I have a bad experience with that. Yeah. All right. Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator.
I had a feeling
and
this
be
would
alone
benefit
on
him
your
in some way.
What? When you say
Yeah.
mostly abandoned.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited,
here it
but
is.
there are people who live there.
All right.
What a surprise.
Yeah. We saw that coming. Yeah. It's, oh wait, are they Marauders? I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't think people are gonna like that. Let's see what he says
No,
to say about
I
that.
do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness.
Oh, okay.
The people living
Feel
in
good
the
about yourself.
Yeah, I will.
They're deserters.
I love when the dialogue
Former
options though
workers.
really allow you to
Lead them back
lean
at
into
their
a different
posts.
character. Like,
I
do I
need
do I
them
care about
to
these
come
people? Am I
home.
going to advocate for them, or I'm just like, let me take their power? I don't care.
Yep.
I
All
can
right.
be the villain if I want to be.
Tell me what
My
I need to
hope
do,
is
Reed.
that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town.
Okay.
Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell
I love
her
the
the power's
names of
about to
this.
go.
Pavarti
it's
and
time
Reed
her
and
band
Adelaide.
of deserters came back to town.
All right.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful.
Ooh.
I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented.
Trying to really appraise this
And
dynamic
may
here.
prove useful to
I was going to say, is this a companion option?
You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do it.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
What more do you need?
Well, I am glad to hear
Yeah, that's
that.
it.
Hairpins
Best of
are
luck to you.
essential to
And
this
thank you again
operation.
for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Okay.
So yeah, you got a new companion.
Excellent.
Yay.
Ah, the more the merrier here. So, okay, so we're looking at like.
Yeah, one of the things you'll
combat
notice
support.
is that they'll even like help you out in conversations
Mhm.
as well. So like they'll actually add to your scores.
Add a little bit of insight.
Yeah.
Ooh, carrying capacity. They can carry all my goodies for me. That's great. All right, Pavarti, here we go.
Yes, we don't have pack mules, but we do have companions.
Yes.
Good job making friends, Tim.
Thank you.
All right, so we're heading on town.
Yeah, the Emerald Vale region. Okay, so this is a different route from where we entered the
Right.
Edgewater. So
Yeah, this is the other side of town.
yeah,
Just a casual volcano on the side over
yeah.
there.
Check it out. Just chilling in the distance.
I love it. What went into some of the design for these environments? Like, did you guys draw inspiration from stuff? Was it just like coming out of your head of like, and I want a volcano in the back?
Well, the volcano came from like one of the aspects of this quest is we're being asked to go to the geothermal plant, so we're looking for like a good visual indicator of geothermal power. And I mean, who doesn't love a volcano? It's like a great visual draw. But yeah, our
combat here.
yeah, these are the Marauders who are. You learn a bit more as you go through the quest and a bit about who the Marauders are, but the most important thing to know about them is that they're unemployed, which is
Okay, got it.
The worst thing you could be.
exactly.
What that prompt was just showing you is because you actually have put some points into your leadership abilities, you can now actually have special abilities for your companions as well.
Okay.
And so you can use those in combat. Once we get into some other ones, you might be able to see what Parvati can do for you.
Yeah, looks like it's on the left and right buttons on the directional pad.
Yeah, so those are the abilities. Right now you've got one on the left.
You're being spotted there.
Oh, thank you. Oh man. Oh, we got company. Okay, I'll try. Okay, I'm gonna get some better cover.
And that was our medical inhaler you just used.
Yeah, I love the
Marauder
animation
goon.
there. Okay, so that's a heavy there. Let me see what we can do here about this. I got a little bit more.
Yeah, you might want to use that
So
tactical
what is
time
this
dilation.
mechanic that Tim is using that sort of stops time or slows it down briefly?
So that's what we call our tactical time dilation system. Basically,
Oh,
because you were in basically hibernation for 70 years, you've got a little bit of brain damage.
Oh, just a casual.
Just tiny
Little bit of brain
amount.
damage.
The benefit though is you basically can slow down your perception of time, which in combat allows you to like aim,
Focus in.
really focus in on enemies, like learn their strengths and weaknesses, and
Nice.
give you some benefits. So it's the
Oh, and I see it drains that purple meter up in the top left.
Yeah. It's like when you're just standing still, it drains fairly slowly, but as you're moving and attacking, it drains quickly. So.
Nice.
And based on how you customize your character by putting points into the right skills, purchasing the right perks, you can actually increase how long that meter lasts in combat.
Nice.
There we
So
go.
it's something you could really lean into if you want.
Yeah, and I think
just lean into that brain damage.
I absolutely need to. Well, I mean, maybe not in real life, but yeah. But I absolutely love being able to slow time there and target like that. Like, I will go all in on that.
So you notice Parvati is actually low health, so you can. But when you heal, it heals her as well.
Oh, okay. We share that. That's
yes.
great. So she has a ability on the left D-pad, it looks like. So if I target...
Whoa!
There we go.
Yeah, get it, girl.
Wow.
She'll
all right.
get in
there.
Oh.
You stay away from her. Oh, did she go down?
Yeah.
No.
She was still at no health when you sent her in.
Oh, shoot. Can I revive her? We'll find out. What?
She will revive at the end of
Oh,
combat.
combat? Okay, gotcha.
Unless you're playing on our highest difficulty mode, at that point she'd be gone
That's
forever.
just it. Oh, wow. Those are some stakes.
Do you guys have a fun name for your hard mode?
Supernova.
Nice.
That's a great
I always
name.
love hearing the different names for them.
Yes.
Oh, you're doing good, Tim.
Thank you,
You
thank
got
you.
this.
I need all the positive encouragement I can
I
get.
believe in you. Take out that hooligan.
All the goons and hooligans gotta go. All right.
Get
There we
outta
go.
here.
All right. Is she back? Is she with
Buddy,
me?
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Let's heal.
She's like, it's all good.
So she got a little bit from that?
Yes.
Okay.
And again, based on how you put points into various skills, she'll get more.
Okay, great.
Are you able to like pass something on to her so that she could heal herself, or?
She will heal naturally outside of combat. It just takes a little bit longer.
Got it.
But again, as you one of the archetypes for the game is like the leadership route, which is where you're putting points more into improving your companions rather than into yourself. As you do that, it will improve how much health they get back as you heal.
Nice.
Let's see what Adelaide has to say. Hello. This is pretty. Wow.
Tim, great job on focusing on the main
Thank
course
you.
here, because I very much would have been like, right away, let me go check her room.
It is taking everything in me to not just what's this over here?
I am the worst when it comes to RPGs of like, I'll try so hard to stay to the main quest, and then I'm like, ooh, shiny thing, ooh, new conversation.
Well, our entire job is designing those shiny things, too.
Bear an illness, find
It's
a
all
place to
worth
lay your head
exploring.
down,
Yes.
and I'll fetch you a poultice.
Oh, she's so
Whatever
friendly.
your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here.
Oh.
Any questions,
shoot.
dear?
I can't just take their power. Now I like them more.
Ruh-roh, there's a dumb option.
Oh well. What's that smell? Yep.
That'd be the garden, dear.
Oh, I suppose he might not be used to it.
Also fertilizer, so mind your boots.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout.
Aww.
Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea.
Tobacco corn?
I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Thanks.
I gotta say, I'm impressed by the pivot between like the goofiness back to like having something pretty heartfelt. Is like it's amazing. It's not more jarring. You'd think it would be jarring, but it just works
It's
so
seamless.
well. Yeah. I'm gonna drop Reed's name here and see what she says.
Reed Thompson.
Ruh-roh.
You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
She doesn't like me as much
Let's
now.
hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Come back to the cannery. That's about it. To the point. But I could try to massage
last
this. I know.
I wasn't really listening.
Man, it's like I would never make this choice in my main playthrough probably, so I'm just gonna go for it.
Absolutely.
I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific.
Oh, okay, that's on brand for him.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned.
Oh, she's been working on that one for a while. I'm just gonna tell her the whole
You
score.
would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Hadn't met you in.
I have needs, Adelaide.
Yeah. Yeah, I just need a power regulator. That's basically it.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip him out of the cannery's guts and leave us be.
I'm feeling convinced.
If you're going down to the plant, You should divert power away from Edgewater and
what a
toward our end of the
choice.
grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
So I don't have to actually make the decision here. It's just sort of like
letting you start to see the feelers of what you could be choosing soon.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, what is her history?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
Aw. He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to
I love
this
if I hadn't
child.
brought her along, I wouldn't
Lost
be
her
seeing
family
that.
to the company, and still she defends them.
Yeah, definitely based on the companions you bring with you. In addition to like helping with the skills you might have options for in conversations, they'll interject their own like opinions into the conversation, and occasionally that will unlock different options on quests for you.
Love it.
That's great. What will happen, Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Interesting. So, yeah, I will consider this.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
That could be a good thing or a bad thing.
I didn't know what to expect coming here, but I didn't expect that, so...
Ooh, another... Oh, but you'd have to steal it.
Oh, I did steal it.
And you just did it.
Oh,
Without
God.
a care in the world.
Don't tell anybody, Pavardi.
Pavardi's like looking back and forth like, oh.
She's like, okay. All right, so...
Sounds like we gotta head to the plant and just do the thing.
Yeah? All right, so head back out. All right, so we're back. We did spend some skill points and get some perks for Mina, the character we were playing, but you know, we actually decided to load up a different character since we're about to go into some heavy combat and check out some different weapons, which this is there's a really good variety here. Yeah, so we got this bad boy here, which is sort of an electric. Would you say this weapon was called?
Yeah, so this is an assault rifle that's been modded out so it can actually do shock damage, which is pretty good against different robots.
Okay, perfect. And I love just the design and like the intricate detail on it.
Yeah, this is actually that's a TNL assault rifle, which is a different brand in the game.
That's awesome. And this is we got a ranged weapon here and can charge up, which I love that animation and sound effect.
Nice.
So we're gonna have some options here, and finally something a little bit more corrosive here. Oh man, I'm keeping this one out. This is totally my style.
And these are all things that if we had maybe taken the time to explore a little bit more, we might have stumbled upon. But we're sort of mainlining it.
Well, we would have found the weapons. For this save, we have weapon modding in the game.
Oh, nice.
So you can find mods you can then apply to weapons and armor. So the assault rifle that's doing shock damage is actually one that we modified to be able to do that different damage type.
Okay.
Got it.
I mean, I'm just impressed by how much personality the weapons have just immediately, not just from like the design, but just, you know, also the way that they fire. It just really feels like a corrosive, you know, light machine gun. Does this mascot for Edgewater have a name? Is he just...
I mean, basically he's the Spacer's Choice mascot.
Gotcha.
The control room should be
We call him the Moon Man, right?
Moon Man.
All right,
yeah.
that works. If I needed some gear. Oh, I'm just so itching to use these. Hello!
We're doing just fine, Provide.
Yeah, I want to actually try the...
Yeah, definitely if you switch to the shock assault rifle, you'll be able to see the difference, like using a damage type that they're weak against.
Okay, I think that was this one, right? Is that
Yes.
this one? Okay,
yeah.
cool. Oh. And maybe this is... Oh yeah, terminals. Okay, great. I can unlock the door. And is unlocking the door just it's not a lock-picking skill, it's just
in this case, no. Yeah, it would, like if you needed to use a skill, it would show you the skill requirement before the actual line.
This is where we're going to enter the passcode that Reed gave us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So then, of course, at the very top of the terminal, you have it's a Spacer's Choice branded, so...
You tried the best, now try the
rest.
rest.
That's so good.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we're good. We're in. let's get in there.
We may want to follow that objective marker first before we get too deep in there.
Okay.
Oh, we thought
so is that a right in here, or
no? I think it's back up those
okay.
stairs.
Thank you for the warning. I was getting pretty gung ho there.
Processing data. Security.
Oh man, that's oh, look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's very satisfying. And so when we were looking, when we previously leveled up and we were looking around at the perks, saw things to extend, the being able to slow down time or increase armor. Do you guys have any favorite armor perks or perks just for your character to level up?
Oh, I mean, I'm a big fan of the tactical time dilation system, so I try and pick a lot of the perks that affect that. There's also ones that just generally improve your movement speed, both running and just walking in general.
Okay.
So, which, since like all these areas I've played multiple times, I was like increase the speed so I can run through them and do my speed runs through the areas.
Cover a lot of ground. So this is basically what this quest has been building towards. It seems like we are confronted with the opportunity to actually redirect the power from either the botanical lab or from Edgewater here, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so the thing we'll see here is that we're trying to do that, but there's some malfunctions here.
Okay.
We've got to fix that first.
Yeah, we don't want the moderate to severe structural damage. All right, well, let's back out. See what we can do.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Yeah, good optimism.
That's what they all say.
Yeah. All right, so now we can dive back into where I was kind of gearing towards before. Oh.
Ruh-roh.
I got this. I'm guessing there's...
So satisfying.
Yeah, it feels so good. The sound design of these weapons is just awesome. I'll stay on task here with the waypoint.
One of the things you'll find also as you're playing through the game when you come to those terminals, a lot of times you'll find entries for like logs or messages. Those are great ways. Like if you're a lore junkie like me, that's a great way to learn a lot of stuff about the world. So aim for that blue.
Oh, is that another weak point?
Yes.
Okay, great. Oh, Pavardi seems like just drawing her fire. I'm gonna go for it. Ooh, that looked good.
So satisfying.
These things are hardy.
Oh, there's a new one.
Let's see if I can zero in on that.
Oh,
he took the bullet.
interception.
Bodyguard bot. Okay.
And there was that Secret Service dive in front of his friend.
Yeah. I love that that sort of like dissolving animation.
I was gonna say, he's literally dust.
Yeah, that was doing plasma damage, so that will consume enemies.
Amazing.
I'm gonna keep mixing it up here with the corrosive shot.
Uh-oh.
Who's that?
Someone's having a rough day.
Hello. Got 2 more switches here.
Oh.
Branching paths. Stay on target.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Oh.
She knows her stuff. Be careful.
Unexpected. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we got more. Yeah. Up above. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Man, these are beefy weapons. Making very short work of these guys. I'll have to, when the game comes out, I'm going to have to remember to scour for these.
Want to go?
Okay.
There's a lot to find.
All right, you're nearly there, Tim.
Yeah. Is this... Should I continue this way?
Yeah.
Loop around? Okay, my bad.
Maybe go the other way? There is no other way.
There is no other way. Continue down here.
A little bit of exploration.
So,
there we go.
So this is the geothermal plant. So is it... We saw like some volcanic activity. Is that sort of what we're looking at here as far as how they actually power the area?
Oh yeah, so basically this is the plant's been deriving energy from the volcanic activity.
Oh, okay.
Unexpected.
Switch to this bad boy here.
Got
Oh,
another
hello!
one. Just skated right past that guy.
Oh, we got a melee too, just for a quick hit.
Yes.
Nice.
And then to your right.
Oh god. All right. Oh, I see more blue things to do. Perfect. Oh, that actually really was efficient.
The sound design is great.
Yeah. No, melee, not terrible against him. Yeah, it worked. Gosh, all the different reload animations and weapon animations are just awesome. Okay. Up above.
Looks like you gotta
all
go
right,
up.
I'm going up. Is this it? Is this what I want? Here we go. Click.
All right.
It looks like it did something. Cool. God, I just love all the colors. Like, any given, look at the screen is just like just a total kaleidoscope of colors. It's awesome.
You can tell you guys have put a lot of effort into this world building and all the set design.
We actually have a shortcut if you go out back the way you came.
Oh, this way?
Oh, nope, back out the...
In here?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Love a
if you
good
go
shortcut.
to that door, it was actually sealed from the other side when you saw it, but now you
This
can
one.
go
Oh,
ahead
now I
and-
can unbar it. Oh, I love that. Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Convenient. There we go.
Oh, okay, now we can actually interact with redirecting power, which is a big decision.
I
Like,
know.
it
It
seems
is.
like maybe like the biggest decision early on in the Outer Worlds.
So yeah, definitely one of the things we were trying to do is, like,
Once we do this, there's
we're
no going
Obsidian,
back.
we try and make like morally gray, complex quests, and this is like kind of your first taste of that in the Outer Worlds, where
Is there an option where you just
Hey, mister?
take it and don't help anybody?
Look, I know you want your power.
well,
remover and
you could
all,
definitely
just
you always have a lot of options after you get the
you
regulator,
understand
and
what
your
you're about to
provider's
do?
got her opinion on the matter.
Oh man. Well, let's hear her out. This is a big decision.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would
Oh
be cruel.
wow.
I'm sorry.
I would have thought
just
that
sort
would have.
came out all at once.
She would have been maybe on the other
Edgewater's
side.
hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore.
Delicious.
But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hardworking folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Man, that's her home too.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's so. Here's the thing. There's the other side of it.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's
Poetic.
plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of
That
hatred?
moral gray we're talking about. Wow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I just
legitimately don't
felt
know.
like I
I
had to
felt
say
like I was so convinced going into this, and now that I've heard from her,
Well, again, at this point,
yeah,
you've gone through the geothermal plant. You're at the point where you can make the choice, but you can always go back and talk to Reed and Adelaide more.
Get to know them
and
more.
There are other options available for resolving this beyond what you've seen so far. Yes.
Really?
Interesting.
That's super exciting.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that.
You
order.
deserve
You got it,
it.
Pavardi. Well, I think just as you were saying, I need to do some more soul searching and digging around in the world to figure out what my decision is going to be. But for now, I think we'll leave it to everyone else to sort of look forward to making that decision.
Absolutely.
So that's The Outer Worlds. It's going to be out on PlayStation 4 October 25th of this year. Brian, Matt, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
This has been great.
I'm so excited. And thanks to everyone for watching another episode of PlayStation Underground.